Well, new on AM Extra this morning, NASA is home to everything outer space, rockets, telescopes, satellites, astronauts. But what you may not know is that NASA is home to the largest group of Earth scientists in the world.
They track everything from air quality to extreme weather patterns. And joining us this morning ahead of Earth Day is NASA expert John Haynes. He's a program manager for health and air quality applications at NASA. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks so much for having me, and happy Earth Day to you and everybody in the Rose City.
Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day. Tell us how NASA is involved in tracking Earth science.
Well, as you mentioned, when most people think of NASA, they rightfully think of our missions to the moon and Mars and the James Webb Space Telescope. But the planet that we study more than any other in the universe is our planet, our home planet, Earth. We have 25 satellites, including sensors on board the International Space Station, that are continuously monitoring Earth's weather, climate, and environment for research and application purposes. And a lot of that information that we're getting is just a treasure trove of data on how our ice caps are changing, how the oceans are changing, the land and the atmosphere.
Wow, so it's not just a really cool view of Earth that most of us don't get to see. It's actually some really useful data. What are some of the interesting things that you've learned about Earth?
Well, for example, as we've been studying the Earth now for several decades, having this continuous data set from our unique vantage point on orbit, we've been able to see how the Earth system is changing in response to climate change. You were certainly highlighting some of that earlier with the extreme heat waves, for example, in the Pacific Northwest that we've been witnessing, which we're able to observe from space. We're also able to observe wildfires and give that information to people on the ground to make firefighting decisions, including the U.S. Forest Service. When we're talking about globally, like with the issue of sea level rise, our satellites have been able to detect over the past 30 plus years that sea level is now rising at about 4 millimeters per year. It's far higher than it was in the 20th century. And while that might not sound like a lot, it adds up over time. In fact, we estimate that for every 2.5 centimeters of sea level rise, we lose about 8 feet of beachfront property.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing. How would you characterize the long-term effects of climate change? We did a story right before we started talking to you about how people have noticed climate change even here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes, exactly. So as we continue to monitor the Earth from space, we're continuing to get information about how these events are unfolding across of our planet. And the important thing in my job is to be able to get this wealth of information into the hands of people who are actually making decisions on the ground, making better management forecast and policy decisions. I mentioned the U.S. Forest Service earlier, but for example, here in the eastern United States on the island of Puerto Rico, we worked with the National Weather Service to integrate NASA data on dust and to develop a 3-day advance warning system for Saharan dust storm impacts on that island. We've also been working with the CDC to integrate information from our satellites on pollution, on precipitation, even on UV radiation into their public health tracking network, which is used by public health officials across the country.
It's interesting to see, even just here with local news, the improved forecasting, and as we get better data on storms and weather systems, it really helps in the day-to-day and long-term when we talk about climate. So where can people go to learn more about some of the things you're studying?
I would encourage them, their first stop should be at nasa.gov/Earth, where they can learn not only about all of our celebrations of Earth Day going on with NASA, but all of the data and products and the projects that we work on to better understand and protect our home planet. They can also follow us on social media at NASA Earth.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, John Haynes. Also want to thank NASA for all of the great images that we get when we do stories from space.
It never gets old.
It
so
really
cool.
doesn't. Program manager for NASA's health and air quality applications. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, we'll post this interview along with everything we discussed in the AM Extra section on KOIN.com.